Welcome back to Real Talk with Uncle D. Time to get that walk and talk on. I'm your guy, Uncle D. So I wanted to hit you guys off today with, I have a childhood friend of mine. We go back to junior high school. I noticed that he had made a post. He's been going through a lot physically lately. He's overcome a lot physically, mentally, and I probably have not seen a guy with more upbeat and encouragement considering the situations that he's been facing lately. He's taking it like a champ. He's continuing to walk strong, keeps a smile on his face when most of us will probably have given up. He made a post that, admitting that he's made mistakes in his life, he's gone through a lot, but for whatever reason, he can't seem to fix the situation between him and his daughter. And for me, that really hit home. On a personal note, I've gone through a similar situation where during a separation or a divorce, the parent, mainly the mother, will either end up with custody of the kids or take the kids. And unfortunately, a lot of times they do it out of spite. They'll rush to put you on child support. They'll rush to put restraining orders. They'll do whatever it is because they know that your child or your children are the tie, maybe even the only tie that they have with you. And I'm not saying that everyone that broke up and gone through something similar, you have done nothing wrong. Maybe you have. Maybe you cheated. Maybe you guys were fighting. Maybe, you lost your job and she just couldn't put up with it. It could be a number of reasons why you guys separated or divorced or whatever. But ladies, you have no earthly idea the amount of drama and trauma you cause by doing that. Now, I can understand if financially you do need child support. I can understand that totally. But when it gets to you're using your children as a pawn, and many of you won't admit that, but many of you know that to be the case. When you're using your children as a pawn to hurt your significant other or ex-significant other, spouse, boyfriend, whatever, you are doing this without thinking things through. I know when I went through a similar situation and I reached out to everyone. Unfortunately in my situation, when I went through a divorce, I didn't put hands on her. I put hands on, the little dude that was coming around, him and his crew. And in that moment, my bravado, and it's me, as guys, we have to admit our faults as well. Me and my bravado, I whooped 3 cats at once. Whoa. But them consequences, them consequences, I still feel the effect to today. And so, guys, we have to think as well. We have to think it through. It's chess, not checkers. So it wasn't that she was abused and mistreated. It was, wow, the stories that I heard were true. He's this, he's that, he's lethal. And then she saw it up close. Well, what I gave her was not only a demonstration of my physical skills, but I gave her a demonstration that she could now take and get a restraining order for. So the game began. So with that, she now has my daughters, and she has a restraining order, and she can play the victim. Well, unfortunately, fellas, if you do not live in a close proximity to your children, well, it really don't matter anyway. If you get a restraining order, you're not going to be able to see them or visit them anyway without a court order. But with me living on the other side of the country, or moving to the other side of the country to get away from the drama, it created a space like a cancer. It just grew and grew and grew, and it never got better. And so for my guy, Big Herm, I feel you, bro. And I know your pain. I know that, you know, we were taught or told, you know, when you reach out for help that, hey, I'm in this situation. Can you help me? I just want to be able to see my kids. I just want to be able to talk to my kids. I just want my kids to know that I care for them. Everyone's like, well, you know, they want to have a standoff approach, or they want to say, well, you know, one day the kids will grow up and they'll be able to think for themselves, and they'll be able to reach out to you on their own. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm just gonna say it how it is. That's a bunch of bullshit, because how many of you know a cancer that just outdates itself? Well, I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna torment you, but I'll wait till you, you know, we'll put an expiration date on this, and then I'll just go away. It'll get better. No, it doesn't work like that. And granted, there are instances where your kids will grow up and they'll search you out, or they'll make themselves available to you. A lot of that has to do with, first and foremost, their love for you, but second, their curiosity. They have questions. Why didn't you fight for me? Where were you? Mama said this and mama said that. Well, you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years of mama saying this and that. It becomes reality. And with that reality, your kids take it as truth. And now you have a brick wall up that you have to spend the rest of your life chipping away at. Now, I told you we talk about real talk. I keep it 100 with y'all. You know, my 2 oldest daughters, fortunately, One of them chose to reach out to me. And it was hard. It was hard. And as a father, you want to say so much to them. I mean, when you get that first call or that first text, you're wanting to spit out and regurgitate everything that you think is your truth. Not realizing that she's had years and years of mama saying this, that, or the other. He didn't want y'all. He chose these people over you. He did this. He did that. Now, for my daughter that reached out, we still maintain some sort of a relationship, but it's nothing like what I want. It's nothing like what I'm sure she wants. And I can tell that my daughter is still hurting from all of that. And it just unfortunately takes time, prayer and time. But the time we can do once we have that bond back, that communication back with them, time we can do. But when we have no communication, oh my Lord, it's an eternity. Now, unfortunately, in my truth, my oldest daughter and I probably not spoken to her in almost 20 years. And it breaks my heart every day. Every day. So you fathers who have gone through this, trust me, I know your pain. But like I told Herm, bruh, pray on it. Reach out any way that you can. If you say nothing short of just, I love you. Because keep in mind, again, like our relationships, like we spoke about before, is love worth fighting for? This is one of those loves that's worth fighting for. And remember what I said in that is, sometimes we can't, when God puts it on their heart to reach out to us, we can't overwhelm that moment. And sometimes when you get that text, you want to say so much, or again, you get that call, you want to say so much. Simply say, I love you. I'm here. I want you in my life. And with that being said, you'll make it. You'll make it. Unfortunately, you got to go through that drama. Now, on the flip side, I know some women who have gone through the same thing. And the same way I'll say about them, is some hoe-ass men out there too. Stop using your kids as a way to punish your significant other. You are damaging your kids. I can't say that no clearer. You feel as though you're punishing, again, your spouse, your significant other, but you're punishing your kids. So it's one that you guys have to understand. Be grown up about this shit. And unfortunately, though, when we're in the heat of the moment and when we're at our worst mentally, we don't think about the next day, the next step, tomorrow. We think about the right now. I'm gonna hurt your ass right now. Oh, he not gonna give me no money? All right, I got you. You start calling everybody and anybody. And heaven forbid if he's on parole or paper, you calling his PO. You calling the courts, you calling jail, you calling the police. Oh, he threatened to do this, that. Stop it. Because your children see that as well. And you might not hold their hand and say, honey, this is how I want you to act when you grow up. Act crazy and stupid like me. But that's what they see. And chances are, your daughter, son, they're going to grow up and think a dysfunctional relationship is okay. Because, hell, I watched mama go through it. And she cuss and fuss and act a fool, and then maybe daddy's back over here next week, or, you know, she act crazy today, and then daddy's back over next month, or, come on now. So that's why I say too, guys, be careful of who you lay down with. Oh, she fine. Oh, she give it up good. Oh, it's the bomb. Okay, that may be true. But fellas, if you've not truly gotten to know a person, I mean, really know a person, your consequences of laying down with them can affect you the rest of your life. It's very unfortunate. But I tell you guys this in closing. Fellas, if you're going through it, again, I feel your pain. I can just tell you from experience that it can get better. I'll tell you from experience that if you maintain yourself, maintain hope, remember, faith without works, pray on it, have faith that it'll come through. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have to wait years. That's sad. But you still have the rest of your lives together if you can do that. Big Herm, I pray for you, my guy. I pray that, you know, God helps heal your heart and heal that situation that you're going through. And like I said, just keep pushing forward towards it. Let your daughter know every opportunity that you can, that you love her. Daddy may not have always shown that. I may not have always been there, but I love you. With that being said, I need you guys to like, share, subscribe if you have not already. Share this topic with a friend. Maybe they're going through the same thing. Give me your comments, your feedback. Is there some things that we need to elaborate on? Is there something that's a little more personal for you? Let's talk about it. Real Talk with Uncle D. You guys take care.